Ramayana and Mahabharata are two epics that we Indians have grown reading or hearing about. In both the epics, we have mostly read the stories from the male point of view. But have we ever cared to know the perspective of the women who lived in and endured that dreadful era? Perhaps not. We talk about feminism and equal rights for women. But when it comes to the practicalities, we totally ignore women's perspective. Hello, friends, I am Shilpi, and today I have come with the review of a book that not only retells the epic of Mahabharata from the perspective of Draupadi, but also raises many questions that are prevalent even today after more than 5,000 years. The Palace of Illusions by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni is epic retelling of the epic of Mahabharata, in which you tend to see all the events in the Mahabharata through the eyes of Panchali, the wife of the five Pandav brothers. Finally, we are given a women's take on the timeless tale with this book. The Palace of Illusions takes us back to a time that is half history, half myth, a bit of fiction, and wholly magical. Tracing Panchali's life from fiery birth and lonely childhood, where her beloved brother is her only true companion, through her complicated friendship with the enigmatic Krishna, to marriage, motherhood, and Panchali's secret attraction to the mysterious man Karn, who is her husband's most dangerous enemy. The Palace of Illusions is a deeply human novel about a woman born into a man's world, a world of warriors, gods, and the ever manipulating hands of fate. All I can state about the Palace of Illusions is that I am totally in awe of the creation even after 6 years of reading it. The ecstatic feeling has still not left me that I experienced after reading the book. The Palace of Illusions is a majestic, awe inspiring, and soul searching tale behind the war of the Mahabharata being retold from Draupadi's point of view. I was totally swept over by the language, which is a poetry in itself, and mesmerized by the conviction with which the author writes the story of one of the most complex characters of Mahabharata, that too in first person. The author has done a tremendous job of capturing the essence of the epic in the form of a story. Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni has a wonderful way with words and vocabulary. Bursting with vivid imagery of the bygone era, the narration is powerful, which tells the life and travels of Draupadi and the insecurities of the woman who was born out of fire, married to five of the fiercest warriors of her time, the Pandavas, the queen who ruled over one of the most magical of palaces, one who refused to learn the lessons her friend Krishna, a god incarnate, taught her, a woman who was obsessed with vengeance and spurned by the world of having been the cause of the great battle of Mahabharat, the battle that saw clans obliterated and millions dead. The characters have been cleverly crafted by the author, where she fearlessly portrays the character of Draupadi, along with her strengths, faults, and imperfections, likes and dislikes, loves and hates, just as humans. The novel not only captures the inner turmoil beautifully that the central character Panchali undergoes through, but it also succeeds in capturing the insecurities and internal conflicts of the Pandavas, Karn, Kunti, and Bhishma. The author had bereft the characters of divine, virtuous status and made them very real and human, which makes it very easy to follow despite the complexities in the leading characters. Some of the instances quoted in the book seem to be factually contradicting with the original epic, but to enjoy the essence of the book, you need to keep an open mind and enjoy reading. We also need to consider the fact that this is a work of fiction where the whole political, relational, and emotional scenario is being depicted through the eyes of Draupadi or Panchali, as she is mentioned in the book, or more so from the eyes of a woman of that era, I would say. The book is extremely fast paced, and at no point of time you feel bored. Rather, you keep on turning pages until you reach the end of the book. The book also has some philosophical teachings, but they are presented in an extremely interesting manner and contribute to the beauty of the narration. Now, the question is whether you should read the book or not. Well, if you love reading mythological fiction, then this book is a must read for you. If you have not read it yet, then you are definitely missing a great treat. If you are not a mythology person, then also you should read this book once because this book may fall into the category of mythological fiction, but deals with various societal and human aspects that are common to every era. The climax or the ending of the book is a masterpiece. It justifies the title, The Palace of Illusions, in a true sense, where the soul of Draupadi is released to merge with the eternal being. The title of the book, at first instance, gives you an impression that Draupadi was mourning for her special palace created by Mayadanav that was presented to her by her husbands, and the Pandavas lost it to Kauravas during the game of dice. But there is a deeper meaning of the title of the book. I confirmed my perception of the title from the author, Miss Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni, and she validated it. Here is the explanation. It was not the palace of illusions created by Mayadanav, but her body that was holding her back. All the while she was alive, she was entangled in the threads of worldly matters, caught in her own palace of illusions. Once this palace is destroyed and her soul is released, did she find eternal peace for which she longed throughout her life? Here is the excerpt from the last chapter of the book that describes and explains the title wonderfully. I am buoyant and expansive and uncontainable, but I always was so, only I never knew it. I am beyond name and gender and the imprisoning patterns of ego. And yet, for the first time, I am truly Panchali. Above us, our palace waits, the only one I have ever needed. Its walls are space, its floor is sky, its center everywhere. Overall, a highly intriguing and soul stirring novel. The story is beautiful, the characters are strong and well shaped, the prose is gorgeous, the setting is truly magical, and the climax is tragic that twisted at my heart. With so much soul, emotion, internal turmoil, and conflicts, everything crafted together, it is near impossible not to fall in love with the book. So, friends, that's all for today's video. If you liked the review, then don't forget to hit the like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, then please hit the subscribe button and bell icon so that you get all the notifications of my new videos. I will be coming soon with another interesting book. Till then, bye bye and keep reading lots of books.